So I have gotten to this place, to the second to the last, and I'm about to do the last part. This is the last part. I would be passing my fishing line here and also to the one beside it here. So that makes it two passing. The last part, the last bead and the bead beside it. Then I pick up just one bead to interlock. This is what I have. Then for me to come back again with my right hand fishing line, the fishing line beside this place, the right hand, I pass into this next one, standing beside it here. Then with that same fishing line, because I want to come back this way, with that same fishing line, I'll be adding one bead and I would interlock with the second bead. That is the logic of this side. I really hope you understand. So the format of this matting is that just make sure that you are having a round of 4. If you see that you do not have a round of 4 anywhere, that means you have a mistake somewhere. You can see 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. We have a round of 4. When you count the beads, it is 4, 4, 4, 4. That is why we call it the matting of round of 4. So you continue. That is how you would continue. You come here, you come back, you come here, you come back till you get to this last bead here. But because I want to make my own side the V shaped size, the V stylish style, I want to give my side, I want to give it this V shape. So it will be a little bit different from coming here. If you want to do a normal bag with the normal side, this is the logic. Come here, come back, come here, come back, come here, come back till you get to this very last part. But let's just make this two in one, you understand? So you can also add this tie to your own bag too. So let's just use this opportunity to learn the V side shaped bag. So I would also do my matting. I would come here, I would continue. Don't worry, I will show you something now. Let me just come back here and I would show you something right away. So like I said before, I said I'm supposed to continue like this, like this, like this, but I don't want to do that. I want to use this opportunity to do another style for the side. So I would be making my matting. I would be coming here. Instead of me to go this way, I would come to this upper part, and this is how to do it. I pass into the next one with my right hand fishing line, the next bead beside it I pass. Normally I'm supposed to put my bead into that one I used in passing and come this way, but because I don't want to come this way, I want to come up like this. Then on my left hand fishing line, I'll be adding one bead. I would interlock with the second bead. See, the direction has changed. I'm coming this way now. With my right hand fishing line, I pass into this next one beside it again because I want to be coming up. Up I go. Then on my left, I'll be adding one bead. I would interlock with the second bead. That is what I would continue till I get to this very last. See, this is what you should have. Okay, so now I've gotten to this last place. I really hope you can understand what I'm doing. I've gotten to this last place. I pass. I pass into the last one. Then that same fishing line I used in passing, I had one bead, I interlock with the second bead. This is what you should have. The fishing line has turned to the other side. It has given us the format of, you want to turn your work. Now, because I want to do something stylish for the sides, so I'm supposed to go back like this and mat, assuming I want to do the normal side. Come back like this and mat, come back this way, come back this way, come back this way, come back this way, but I want to do something stylish. Now when you have these two fishing line, you make sure you pass it into the next interlocking here. I want to skip this part and I want to pass here. This is how to go about it. I told you that in matting we do not do straight passing. So I first of all pick the first fishing line, I pass round. The way the format of matting is, I pass my fishing line round it. I told you we'll be skipping this place. I want my fishing line to come out from this second bead, and this is how you pass round. This is out already. I drop it, then I pick the second fishing line. I make sure I pass round too, so it can come out from the other end of the second bead. See, then you drag your fishing line so that you can have a tight work. This is, can you see, I have skipped this first bead. I have passed my two fishing lines to come out from this second bead. You can see. So now on my left hand fishing line, I'm going to add two beads, and I would interlock with the third bead. Interlock with the third bead. This is what you should have. This is what you should have. Then with your right hand fishing line, you pass into the next one bead. Then on your left, you add one bead, you interlock with the second bead. Can you see? I'm going to continue again. Pass, pass, pass. Then when I get to this place, I'm going to show you how to close it. This is what I have. Then I'm about to do the last part. I interlock into this last one and the one beside it. Then I just pick one bead to interlock. So I want to go back up again. I would be coming back up again. With my right hand fishing line, I pass into the next one bead. That same fishing line I used in passing, I add one bead, I interlock with the second bead. Can you see? I come again. With my right hand fishing line, I pass into the next one bead. With my left, I add one bead, I interlock with the second bead. I come again with my right, I pass into the next one bead. With my left, I add one bead, I interlock with the second bead. See, I come again with my right. Now I want to reduce again. You know, we did a reduction here, we skipped this bead, we did our marking on the second one. Now again, I want to skip this bead, I want to end my marking here. So the fishing line I used in passing, is the same fishing line. I'm going to add one bead into and interlock with the second bead. If you don't really understand, rewatch, try, you would get what I'm saying. It's very easy. So this is what we have after doing that. So now we want to reduce again. That means we are skipping this part. We want our fishing line to come out on this second bead here. So I pass my fishing line again. I first of all pick this one, I pass round, then I pick the second one, I pass round also and make sure it comes out on this other end. This is what you should have. The fishing line is now out on this second bead. Then on my left hand fishing line, I had two beads. So on the left, I'm adding two beads. I'm interlocking with the third bead. This is what I have. Then with my right, I pass into the next one bead. With my left, I add one bead. I interlock with the second bead. And I'm about to do the last part. I'll be passing into this and this. Then I just pick up one bead to interlock. So with my right hand, I pass into the one beside it. With that same right hand, I add one bead and interlock with the second bead. With my right hand, I pass into the next one bead beside it. With my left, I add one bead and interlock with the second bead. With my right again, I pass into the next one bead. With my left, I add one bead, I interlock with the second bead. Can you see? This and this, they are equal, but because we want to achieve the V shape, so this one that I did now, I'm going to do another marking on it. So on my left, I'm going to add two beads like I said before. Let me show you again. After doing this is what you have. You would notice that this and this, they are equal, but because we want to achieve the V shape, on my left hand fishing line, I add two beads to the one I just concluded, to the marking I just did. Then I interlock with the third bead. Can you see? This is what you should have. Should be this should be higher than the previous one. That this marking should be higher than the one beside it, than the one behind it. I hope you get me. So now I want to mark down. On my left fishing line, I add two beads. I interlock with the third bead. Then with my right, I pass into the next one bead. With my left, I add one bead. I interlock with the second bead. With my right, I pass into the next one bead. With my left, I add one bead. I interlock with the second bead. With my right, I pass into the last one bead and the one beside it, making two passing. Then I pick up one bead to interlock. So now, look at this part very well. We have just one more remaining. So now we have one more remaining. That means we want to close this part, and this is how to go about it. With my right hand fishing line, I'll be passing into this last one remaining and the one beside it. Then I pick up one bead to interlock. This is what you should have. Then with your right hand fishing line, you pass into the next one bead beside it. You drop it. Your left hand fishing line, you pass into the next one bead beside it. Then you pick one bead. You use it to interlock. Like this. You repeat the process again. Your left hand fishing line, you pass it into the next one bead beside it. Then your right hand fishing line, pass it into the next one bead beside it. Then you pick up one bead to interlock. You repeat the process again. your left fishing line, pass into the next one beside it. Your right fishing line, pass into the next one beside it. You pick up one bead to interlock. This is what you should have. Okay, you would notice that these sides, they are equal. So this is how to go about it. For this last place, we are going to do our normal marking. With our right hand fishing line, you pass into the next one beside it. Then with your left fishing line, you add one bead, you interlock with the second bead. You do the same for the last place. With your right hand fishing line, you pass into the next one beside it. Then that same fishing line you use in passing, you add one bead into it and you interlock with the second bead. Now this is complete. For the other marking, for the second line, we want to dig dots. We want to skip this part and make sure our fishing line comes out here. So I pass round my fishing line again and make sure it comes out on this second bead here. So this is what I have. I have passed my fishing line to come out on this second bead. I have skipped this first part. Now my right hand fishing line, I pass into the next one bead beside it because I want to come back. So my left hand fishing line, I'll be adding one bead. I would interlock with the second bead. Can you see? Our V shaped is ready. Can you see? You must have something like this, a deduction, a V shape like this, and one should be at the middle this way. The others should reduce. So I'm going to do the same thing for the other side, and I would meet you right away. I hope you really understand.